right. Good evening. How's everybody?
Doing well.
Good.
Our home away from home Wednesday hump day show. Welcome everybody.
How we doing?
Good. Good. We got a lot of stuff to cover. I got a lot of questions for Anthony because baseball is big. Did you see the big move today with the San Francisco Giants hiring the manager from the University of Tennessee?
Oh yeah. So last night they posted they were going to do that.
First time ever.
Well, yeah, good. I think it's great.
First time ever.
Shake it up. What the hell? Why not?
Yeah.
Can't hurt. It can't hurt.
Big baseball. That's a big baseball move. He's a young guy.
Yeah.
But he's had a winning track record at Tennessee, and I just think the whole baseball thing is a little bit tipsy right now. With all the managers retiring. I think there's 6 or 7. Isn't that right, John? 6 or 7 guys looking.
Yeah, there's a bunch of opening jobs, and I mean it's kind of interesting. Buster Posey went out and got a guy from college.
Yeah,
that's.
Is that well? I mean, we can talk about it, but I don't want to. I didn't want to open the show, but I didn't want to forget about it.
Right.
So, yeah, I just there's a lot going on in baseball, but I'll throw it over to you because you got a lot of fantasy stuff to go over, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good. So we got we're up in the week 7 already for fantasy football. We got a lot of bye weeks going on right now. So in case your score looks a little bit different, that's because some guys have buys and some don't right at the moment. So it'll balance itself out. But the leaderboard had a little bit of a shake up there with Brett Downey getting up there at the top a little bit, and the Bachman father and son duo is going crazy there. Brandon Driscoll jumped up there into the top 10. Steve Swoop is up there. Rory is in the top 20. So it's a lot of moving and shaking going on.
Good.
And so it's going well. And what are we doing here? Oh, there you go. So but it's going well. Everybody's getting their changes in, making sure they're even asking me for changes before it happens. So everybody's taking it serious now, and I think
you're talking injuries, right?
Yeah, for all the injuries to be able to get their changes going in there and stuff. So
yep,
it's going well, and
yep.
Now we're starting the season. We got hockey going as well. We got our first week of scores for hockey, and of course the hockey guys on top. We're up there, the hockey guys.
Wow.
Yep, and Michael Taylor is up there. Shawnee's up there. Do you see him up on the top right there? So Shawnee's jumped in there, and Tony's down there at number 9. So yeah, it was good, and he's swearing he's gonna get back his trophy because Cheryl stole it from him last year. So
Gotcha.
Yeah. So and then basketball starts today. Well, yesterday actually.
Yep.
So we'll have some updates on that as well. In the next couple of weeks, once we get through a full week of scores.
Hello, Joe Stinger.
And so it'll be a little bit different with the hockey and the basketball because players have to be out for a longer time. We're not going to just keep changing because guys are out because of load management and that kind of stuff. Because it gets to be a little bit crazy. So basketball and hockey, the players have to be out for a significant period of time, before they can be switched out, or at least know that they're going to be out for a while instead of day to day and
you get
load
that all
management.
under control, right?
Oh yeah, you got to because it gets to be crazy making all the changes. If you
need any help with the spreadsheet, I'm always available.
Yeah, well, you got a little bit of a sneak peek of the pages of all the notes and stuff.
I asked too many questions, don't I?
and your head was spinning, but it was good.
I quickly got out of the way.
Exactly. You said, "Okay, I'm done here." But it goes well though. It's not too bad. So we're having fun with it. Everybody's enjoying it. That's all.
Yep. Good. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
So
You all good?
we're all good. Let's get into real reality.
Wow.
Where do you want to go first?
Go on.
We're anywhere. If you want to talk about the baseball, we can get that baseball because not only the coaches. I mean, there's a lot of great baseball going on. If everybody's been watching the playoffs there this year.
I'll tell you what, I don't remember baseball playoffs being quite this good.
Yeah.
That series, Toronto and
Seattle
was simply just over the top. I felt bad for Seattle. You know what I mean? Because I truly thought they had it, and then just swing of the bat, gone.
Right.
Just a lot of craziness. Managers doing the unthinkable, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
True.
what do you guys been following it? Lauren, Anthony, you've been following it a little bit?
Yeah, we were watching.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily agree that it's been good baseball. I think that that series has been good. The series before that was absolute garbage.
Oh yeah, LA forced straight over Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'm not the. I don't know if you want me talking about baseball this week because I don't think it'll go too well. But
okay, well then we won't. Then we won't include you. Then that's fine.
You can include me. I don't know if you're.
I don't want you to get angry.
I'm not angry. I just don't know if you're going to like my answers. But
hey,
it's out of control. I think
most people don't like my answers, so
it's just out of control right now. So.
Well, you're talking the LA Dodgers, I assume.
I'm talking LA Dodgers, and I'm talking the Toronto Blue Jays are the 5th highest payroll. So if anyone says that things are right in the world, I don't know that they are. And anytime
Toronto hasn't been there for 32 years. So
I understand that, but they have the 5th highest payroll now. That's different.
I think you're going to see a lot of teams spending a lot more money because they can see how competitive things can be.
Well, they got maybe a year more of that. Hopefully, we'll see.
Well, I think for start, I think the Cincinnati Reds. I think they're a player or two away. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about the Yankees falling off the cliff. You're talking about the Red Sox falling off the cliff. Who else, John?
As far as the big names, I mean,
yeah.
I mean the Giants, you can consider them, one of those teams that spends money, but they haven't done much.
Yeah, they brought in what's his name? The guy from Boston,
Devers, Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers, thank you. Pick that $300 million contract up like it was a bag of pretzels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean it's going to be interesting to see, like Anthony was saying, because of the the lockout, potentially happening at the end of this year and coming up, and after the 26th season, and we'll see what happens there. But like I said, I don't see it going anywhere. I mean, they're all going to keep spending because the owners keep spending. I mean, yeah, you're going to have a lot of some or teams that don't want to spend the money, which is bad for baseball because you do have that differential between the high teams and the low teams of payroll. But until they put a cap and a floor in there, which I don't think either side's going to agree to it.
Well, we're gonna know in about 1 year from now.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Because something needs to be done. I mean, it's absolutely. Listen, I'm talking also people that like the Yankees and the Phillies too, and those are two very competitive teams. And with this deferment of money and these television stations that some teams have, it's just not fair. It's not because I like the Pirates. It's because there could be a salary cap. The Pirates will still be in last place. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
For every team to be fair, it is out of control right now. It's only getting worse. So,
yeah,
it's tough to see the Dodgers there every single year.
Yeah, I mean, and kind of go back to what we were talking about with the other part of the baseball. Even though the Dodgers series was, lopsided to 4-0, but it was still pretty impressive to see Shohei go, 10 strikeouts and 3 home runs in the game. the one that he hit the right center field for a second home run, left the ballpark. I mean, that's pretty impressive there in LA, to see. And, it just, you can appreciate the baseball that way, as far as,
Well, I'm going to flip a curveball at everybody. With what we've been seeing, through all these teams, the eight teams that were battling, the Phillies got knocked out. In my mind, it just shows you how much the Phillies are lacking. They might have strong pitching, but they're fielders. You look at these other lineups and, you just see how much better everybody is position by position, and some of these guys they're young, you know what I mean? Look what, just look around, the team that sticks out the most is probably Milwaukee. Do they have a big superstar?
No, not really.
They don't have a big superstar. What's their payroll? You know what I mean? I don't know what their payroll is, but they just play good, sound, fundamental baseball. And it just, you see those pieces, and I'm just not the Brewers. The Mariners, here recently,
Yeah.
And, you take Vladdy Jr. off of Toronto. What other big superstar do they have?
Well, they're paying somebody.
Oh, they got Springer. Springer is
yeah,
there,
but do you classify him a superstar?
Well, he is considered a superstar, yes, but he's been hurt a lot, so he hasn't played enough that his numbers are up where others are.
Okay.
And they have what they just got Max Scherzer as well, so that's
Max is how old is he? 55 now. He's to move into a senior community, for crying out loud.
Oh yeah, no, he is, but he I think that's why the salary jumped up for them, because he's what, $40 or $50 million, for the year.
Yeah, the Cubs, that's another good example. It's just, baseball's it's gonna be interesting next year. Anthony, how do you think this plays out? What's your opinion on that? I know you don't have any inside information, but if you were a betting man, how do you think it's going to play out?
I think that there's about 100% chance that there's going to be a lockout. I don't know how long it's going to last. The sides, I keep a pretty close eye on this. The sides don't seem like they could be any further away. Mm-hmm. Again, you got Bryce Harper's and Mike Trout's that are sort of the faces of these things, and they don't understand necessarily that if everything's raised a little bit and they make a little bit less, everyone else is going to make a little more. And these people that are like, well, the Pirates or the Reds, they still won't spend. They will have to spend. And the reason they can spend is because they're going to be a sort of sharing of the television rights and that sort of stuff. So the smaller markets will have more of an incentive to do that, and they'll be forced to. So I think it's just better for everyone. Now, it's tough. It's the strongest players union in the country. It's the oldest players union in the country. But for the people that don't live in New York, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, not many people are into baseball like they once were. I think football and even basketball has bypassed it. And in order to keep it relevant and for your kids not to play lacrosse and soccer, I think something needs to be done for the game. Now, again, when I say this, the first time anyone ever says to me is, well, you like the Pirates. Well, I also like competitive, fair baseball, and that is not what we have right now. So I hope it doesn't last very long, but like when there's millionaires and billionaires fighting, the billionaires usually win. They have more money and they could last longer. So I don't know. I don't like what Bryce Harper says in the clubhouse. I think that's kind of inappropriate. I think we can go about it a little bit better. I don't think Dave Roberts should be saying that I'm happy to ruin baseball. I don't think that's a smart move to say. I think it's frustrating for the casual fan. Like, I'm sure if you're the Reds, it's exciting to get there, but can you consistently stay there? Is that possibility when you don't have the other financials. And it's just tough. It's becoming a regional game. It's becoming a game of the coasts. And that is not good for the rest of the country. So I hope they figure it out. I would love them to. I love baseball more than anything. And it just is very frustrating when you feel like 30-40% of the teams by May have no chance. It's just really a really tough pill to swallow, because baseball, that's not the case. Football, that's certainly not the case. Basketball, you get half the teams get in. I don't know. I just wish it was a little bit more competitive and fair. That's all.
I will say, from a perspective, though, of this has nothing to do with the Pirates. It has nothing to do with the Phillies. Every other sport figures it out.
Every sport.
So that's all that matters to me, is that if football can figure it out, basketball, hockey, all these other sports can figure it out, there's no reason for baseball not to. And I think for far too long, it's been allowed to not take place. And there's checks and balances everywhere. So that's what this is. It's a form of a checks and balance. It's not allowing a team to spend $1 billion on their payroll to go and win a World Series. Same way that two giant companies couldn't merge together to form a mega company, because that's not fair to the other ones that are in their markets. So it's very similar in that aspect. So if we don't allow that in everyday life, there should be a salary cap as well for baseball. And I don't really see why we can't I know why we can't get to the finish line, but we need to figure out a way to get there.
And I think, just end it real quick. Everyone's like, well, there's got to be a floor, there's got to be a cap. There will, in any of those systems for any of those sports. We're arguing over not, like, look at the other team. There is that. There's revenue sharing. It's all fair. Everyone has to spend it. The Pirates will have to spend it because the money will be there for them and every other team. And if you make it a wiggle room of, let's say, 20 to 50 million bucks, not $300 million, teams are going to be more competitive. Now, a lot of teams might still stink. The Pirates have horrendous management sometimes. They might be horrible still. That's okay. But at least you want to go into the year feeling you have a chance. If the Browns can win a Super Bowl one day because there's a salary cap, you know what I mean? The Pirates should feel like, and the Reds and everyone else should feel like they have a chance too. That's all.
John, you got your thoughts on this?
Oh no, I agree with, like Anthony was saying, it's got to be the floor and the cap, the high and the low, because that's the only way it's going to be fair, so that players are still getting paid, which is when they hear a salary cap, they all they get flustered by it, because they hear, oh, we're only going to get paid so much, but if there's a floor, you're actually getting paid more, because like Anthony said, that teams like the Pirates and the Florida Marlins and whoever it might be that are the lower teams have to spend all that money. So yeah, you may not be all with the Phillies, or you may not be all with the Dodgers getting paid that kind of money, but you're going to get paid that money just in different ball teams and be able to go in there. My only thing is I still don't think – I think it's more on the owners, because I don't think the owners themselves – it's a battle between the owners more so than battle between players and the owners, because you got the Dodgers owners, the Mets owners, the Phillies owners. They'll spend the money and they don't want to have a cap on it to a certain extent, maybe to that way. And then the lower teams don't want to have a floor, because then they have to spend money and that kind of stuff, where they would rather just put the money in their pocket like they're doing right now, because there is revenue sharing, but they're putting the money in their pockets versus putting it on their talent that they get. So I think that's more, we'll find out in a year from now, like Anthony said. But I think it's more the owners versus the owners more so.
I think you need about 75% of the owners to come together in order for a lockout. So,
okay,
I'm trying to see who wouldn't want that. Maybe the Phillies, the Mets, and the Yankees. That's three teams. And then
Dodgers wouldn't want it.
And then let's say the Dodgers and
Padres.
No, I don't know. Padres could use some help a little bit, but I'm saying like 4 to 5 teams. That's well below. I mean, there's
Padres spend a ton of money.
No, but that's for the high end though. But you're going to have like the Mets, the Pirates owner, the Florida Marlins owner is also going to be against it, because they don't want to have the floor.
The Rays.
No, but there's going to be. I think that's the misconception. I mean, if you listen to any of this stuff, there's a floor in every one of these plans. There has to be. It doesn't work without it. The Pirates guys.
I completely agree with that.
Everyone says that the Pirates guys won't agree with that. They will though, because it's not actually his money anyway, right? He's sharing the TV money and other monies from other places, so he doesn't mind spending it. If someone's giving you money for free, he doesn't care if he's spending it. He's not allowed to keep it. He has to spend it, but it's not coming out of his pocket. So I think that's the gist. That's how it's going to get done. I don't know if it will get done. I mean, I think the word, just like global warming, people don't call it anymore. They call it climate change. I think you might have to rephrase salary cap, because in people's minds, they immediately think this is something bad.
Of course, yeah.
But it's collective sharing, and it's how every other sport's done it for the last 20 to 30 years at this point.
All right. Yeah. Speaking along these lines, those lines, the Phillies. How did you guys understand Dave Dombrowski's press conference? With bringing Topper back and adding another year to his contract. I guess where I'm going with this, the question is his comments about Bryce Harper. Not being an elite player anymore.
Did he actually say Bryce Harper is no longer an elite player? Did those words actually come out of his mouth, or did he simply just describe him as a very good player and didn't use the word elite?
Well, it was a question, and I'm totally on board with what you're saying, because everybody's spinning it like that he's saying that Dombrowski said he was no good.
Right.
The question was to Dombrowski, have we seen the best of Bryce Harper? Because of this past year, he was hurt and his numbers were down.
Right.
All he said was it was a very good year that he had this year. We'll see if he didn't say yes, he's going to be an elite player. He's like, we don't know if we will be, which is an honest answer. We don't
use the word elite.
Well, he said we don't know. If
Listen to the press conference, and I'm going to jump in real quick because. Who's his agent?
Scott Boras.
Scott Boras was all over that in the past 24 hours. So, he's defending, he's defending Bryce, big time. Because, wasn't.
What else are you going to do?
Well, yeah, but, he had Bryce in the corner, trying to get another contract extension, So, to say Bryce had a good year. Yeah, okay, it was a good year, but it wasn't Bryce Harper type year.
Right, and that's what Dave was saying.
He's getting older. People have to imagine he's going to regress. And
I think the whole thing got blown out of proportion. I think because Dave Dombrowski didn't say, yes, he's an elite player, people took that as, oh, he thinks he's not an elite player. That's not what he's saying. He didn't have an elite season. And if Bryce Harper or Scott Boras think that he had an elite season, then they watched a different season than I did.
Right.
Yeah.
So when he says he didn't, he had a great season, yeah, that's accurate. But he didn't have an elite season. And will he get back to that? Who knows? Because he's 33 years old now?
Yeah.
So that's old for baseball. So for Scott Boras to think anyone's going to sign him to an extension when he didn't have an elite season, don't be mad because somebody called you out for it.
Yeah, this would have been like the year to have an elite season if you want to get a big contract, because you get to 34, 35. Yeah, I don't know if you're getting a big contract. You really need to do something right now.
Well, right, and again, I think it was taken out of he said he was. We don't know if he'll become an elite player. Only Bryce can let us know that how he turns out. Maybe he's it was just more. They may know more that Bryce's hand still hurts or his wrist still hurts, so that maybe that's what's holding him back from being an elite player.
Whoever asked the question knew what they were doing anyway.
Well, right, they did, and also the thing too was he compared him to Freddie Freeman. He goes, Freddie Freeman's still a good player. Is he the elite Freddie Freeman from 4 years ago? No, but still people will still take him. It's not like he said, he's a bag of donuts. It's just.
Well, here's what I'll say. People are talking about did he make a good move, bringing back the manager? Should they have done more stuff? First of all, it's been like a week. So people, number one, got to relax. They probably don't like the idea that he was the coach's back. And he has got him to the playoffs multiple years. He can't help that the guys didn't hit personally. He can't help that a guy made a bad throw. The team theoretically is still a good team, minus a couple things here or there. They're still ready to win right now. Sometimes, unfortunately, even with a good team, there's always some teams that are just a bit better. That doesn't mean that you blow up this team. It's not like they're garbage. It's not like they're the Marlins or the Pirates or something. They're very good. It's just figuring out what you need to do. And more so than that, in Dombrowski's defense, what the hell do you want him to do about the guys hitting the ball? You got Trey Turner, who's supposed to be the best hitter in the league, and he did bupkis. I mean, what would you like Dave Dombrowski to do to that? What do you want him to do? So, yeah, you bring him back. And, of course, the people that are angry in the moment, like, if you're in the office, it's like, get rid of them all. And I'm like, guys, relax. I understand you're disappointed. I get it. Maybe get another hitter. Maybe the problem actually is like leadership. I know people talk about Bryce Harper being this elite or not elite player. How about some guy that smacks the guys on the ass? How about like you watch a Saquon Barkley documentary and getting the guys all jacked up? He's been doing that since he's been a young kid. Where is that on the Phillies? The Phillies seem like a team that tough time gets tough. They go sit down, they go play their video games, and they go home. You know what I mean? Where's the Saquon Barkley of the Phillies? Even if it's not that elite player, getting people jacked up, like, let's go, guys. I mean, you don't see that. They feel very lethargic, but that doesn't mean they're not a bad team, and I don't think you should blow them up. But everyone's under a microscope now because the guys are all older.
But earlier this season, April, May, you said World Series or bust.
Because it felt like that. Doesn't it not feel like that? But
then it's bust.
Okay.
So you have no choice.
So it means that they lost.
Right.
But are you saying you should get rid of the entire team?
No, I don't think you should get rid of the entire team.
So who should you keep on the team?
I don't know who you should keep on the team. I don't get paid to know who you should keep on the team. But, Dad, you said something early on that I wanted to comment on. You said watching the playoff baseball, you realize how short the Phillies are. I don't know that I personally agree with the Phillies being short on anything. I think the Phillies' biggest problem was the Phillies. They couldn't get out of their own way. They are completely inconsistent. And that was their problem all season. They have the players. They have the pieces. They have one of the best lineups in baseball. But when push came to shove, they couldn't make it happen.
These teams that have been winning, the Mariners and the Blue Jays up to this point, yeah, the Blue Jays got some big home runs because they got Vladdy and those guys. But
when the Mariners needed to tie the game up,
they were base hits, double.
Not even game 5 or game 6, whatever it was, and it was 1-0 Toronto. Cal Raleigh went up there and hit a home run. He made that happen. But I'm saying on the Phillies, that doesn't happen.
Yes, but
they go up there and strike out.
They also got
it did a couple of years ago because you had the elite Bryce Harper walk up there and was bedlam at the bank.
Absolutely. But you haven't seen that. That was 2022.
But the other problem is that's the problem in general, thinking in that fashion. They shouldn't have to hit home runs.
I'm not saying that they should.
I understand, but what I'm saying, up there. The reason the Mariners got where they are is because the Mariners got very timely base hits consistently.
Since we're in a little bit of a dispute here, you know what I mean? Let's look at the Phillies outfield. Let's look at the Phillies outfield over the past 4 or 5 years and the amount of outfielders that they've gone through trying to put the right combination together so that we're not having this conversation. You look at Nick, Nick's a bad dude. You know what I mean? He bitch slapped the manager. You know what I mean? That's not good. You know what I mean? You had major issues in center field. You went way too long with Rojas playing center field. That should have never happened. And third, is Marsh an everyday player? I mean, there's three positions that you really need to look at moving forward. John, I mean, come on, give me your 2 cents.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree. And what was the difference between the 22 season and this team right now? Bryson Stott played well, that year. Bohm played well that year, and since then they shrunk. they've gotten worse since that year.
Well, those two guys in particular had injuries.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, but like they played well during that time. They got Bryson Stott had the walk, against Strider, and that led up to things and fouled off 25 pitches, and they did the little things and they got that lineup moving.
Yeah, it was a lot different,
which put a lot of pressure on it. And JT was a couple years younger and he was getting some hits, and the whole lineup was completely different. That bottom of the order, just they're good, but they're not good against good pitching. And that's where the playoff guys that show up, your Tommy Edmonds, for the Dodgers. Like, I mean, the guy weighs about 110 pounds, dripping wet, but he's popping home runs, he's popping base hits, he's doing the little things that wins games every night. We don't have that other than our top guys. I mean, just look at the Dodgers series. The top guys in the Dodgers lineup stunk just as much as the Phillies' top three guys did.
The Phillies out-hit them.
Right. But the bottom of the order, the Tommy Edmonds and Kiko Garcios and whoever, the other guys that are out there, they all did their job, and then Hernandez hit the 3-run homer that one day. It was just, it's that bomb, all those pieces, which, like you said, leads up to the outfield, because there's a bunch of the guys in the outfield that aren't doing
they got too many guys that are, it comes down to too many guys that are similar players.
No, I know another team in Philly that's the same way, in the Philadelphia Flyers. Same type of organization. They got too many players that play the same way, and not enough grittiness, not enough ass kicking type guys. So I see where this is going, and I think this is going to be the general topic for quite a few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's going to cure itself anytime too soon. I mean, I guess right after the World Series is when the free agents are announced and things will start to evolve, I'm guessing.
Well, yeah, it will, because you got the first 5 days before, that we can offer, like, Ranger Suarez compensation,
right.
An offer sheet to see if he, whether he takes it or not, but at least we can get compensation back from him. And I think you got 2 weeks after the World Series to be able to sign your own players,
right, before
the actual free agency starts. So that'll be the big time for the Phillies to be able to do what they're going to do.
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out really quick, because I think they're going to be doing a lot of shaking.
Well, right, because they're either going to re-sign those guys quick, or it's going to take they're going to let them walk, and we'll go from there. So, all
right, we can certainly circle back to the Phillies if we have time, but we got a lot going on. 7:30 start time for the 76ers tonight.
Yeah.
Game 1 of the season against the Boston Celtics. Anybody the least bit excited?
I am. I'm a little excited. I have it on.
Yeah. There you go. That's what I like.
Got to get excited.
This VJ Edgecombe and a healthy Maxey, and get McLean back and a healthy Embiid. How do you? I know you guys love Embiid so much, but the dude has lost. The dude has lost a lot of weight, and he looks like he's in great shape. You guys have any thoughts?
Well, that can't hurt on those knees. So
time will tell.
I mean, it's not a league anymore where you're down low knocking people around. So if he's going to be shooting from 3 miles away, it's probably better to not be so big. So hopefully it helps him.
John,
I like VJ Edgecombe.
That's the end of the conversation.
No, it's not. But
something.
I like. Yeah, I like him and Maxey. I think they'll be exciting a little bit, to watch this year. The only thing to go with your comments, I don't know if he was kind of joking about it when he said it, but Embiid was saying, we got a lot of talented guys, so we'll let these guys, run the court, and that way I won't have to run the court myself that much. And so how much is he ready to play? I don't know. He's out there because people are talking trash about him, and he's trying to shut him up, but we'll see how long that lasts, because we've been down that way before.
Yeah, we have. I think we're going to be talking a lot about this this subject too, quite a bit.
Oh yeah, because
Quite a bit.
you got those dog days in March and in April, before the baseball season starts back up. That'll carry a lot of that topic. But
John, do you think they can make the playoffs before they start any game here? You think they have a? I mean, the NBA does have a lot of teams that make the playoffs. Do you think they can make the playoffs?
Well, we did say last year that they weren't making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
Year.
Yeah. So this year they'll be in the playoffs, or they'll be in the play-in period.
Okay. Are you happy
So
with
those like play-in games before they go?
Yeah, they'll be in those bottom four.
And if that happens, would you be happy with that? Because it's, I guess my question is a kind of a weird in between. It was like almost like the Phillies for a while, where you feel like they got to win,
Right?
And it's 1 year of regression. So if they come back and they only make that first little step, how do you judge that? Is that a positive? Is that a negative? Is that blow it up again? What is that?
Well, no, I'm basing this year off of Edgecombe and Maxey.
You're putting a lot of pressure on the first year rookie, right?
No, but I'm saying just to see how they go. I'm not saying they have to carry them to the world title or not, that kind of stuff. But just to see how they develop, see if they're going to be players. The same thing with McCain. See if he can get healthy again.
How about this other kid, Bona, alongside Embiid?
Yeah, well, I mean, Bona, see if he can take a step. It'll be interesting to see how the younger guys come.
Yeah,
because like we've been saying, Paul George is hopefully going to play some a little bit, but George and Embiid are with those salaries are going to kill this team. If they can't play much or be able to do what we hope they could do. But
right.
Yeah, I just want to see how those guys go, because I think if they're doing well and they're into that into the play-in game, maybe next year we'll have even better hopes for things. So
All right.
and then if they're that good and Embiid and Paul George do stay healthy, then we could be a top maybe a top 4 or 5 team. At that point, which would be better if they could stay healthy. But I haven't seen it, so I can't say that they're going to be healthy if we haven't seen it in the past 3 years. So.
Agree. Lauren, anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Anthony, anything else?
No, I hope they're good. It's something exciting to watch in the winter, because
I'm just excited for the rebrand for the few games that they're
bring it back to
for and the old logo.
Bringing back the hip hop days and the black unis and all that good stuff from back in the day.
It's true what they say. Whatever logo you grew up with, that's the one that you like the best.
Oh, of course, yeah.
what's everything? Music, whatever.
Yeah, that's the one I like the best. I mean, this one's fine too. This round circle one. But
yeah, but that was the 80s though.
Yeah, and then they brought it back. But that black one from like the late 90s, early 2000s, that's the best one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
The Kyle Korver days.
Yep.
Kyle Korver days and that bad hair.
It wasn't bad. But he has to since.
All right, we're going to keep moving here because Flyers talk. They're off to a fast start. Looks like they may have found the goalie. He's won all 3 of their games out of the gate. So, in my eyes, I think he's won the starting job. But we'll find that out.
Well, I think Rick Tocchet kind of said he was, without saying it, officially, he's saying it with the back-to-back
How do we pronounce
start.
his name? Dan Vladar?
Vladar.
So, welcome to Philly.
Yeah.
We could certainly use a goaltender. We haven't had one for quite a long time.
Where did he come from?
Where did he come from? He was out west somewhere, wasn't he?
I was just going to say, I thought it was West. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly where.
West, but it was somewhere. I forget exactly the team. San Jose. I don't know. Don't bet on me. I like his style. I like his style. He's big. He's big in the crease. Plays big. He's not afraid to. He pushes people around. So looking forward to it. So, real quick on the Flyers scene, has anyone ordered the book?
Wow, look at that.
Has anyone ordered the book besides me?
No. Thank you.
So, Dave Schultz,
From Calgary.
is that where he came from?
That's what Ed's saying, Calgary.
Okay, thank you, Ed. Dave Schultz, Hammered, the fight of my life. I think he's going through one right now. Apparently, he had a serious fall, and he's not doing very well. He hasn't responded to my last 3 text messages. And I reached out to somebody else who lives in his condo, and he's not doing well.
Yeah.
So we wish him the best. Hopefully, a speedy recovery, and we can get another book signing on the horizon. So,
yeah.
I reached out to the get a load of this. The publisher is Penguins Publishing.
Which is one.
Penguin
Publishing. Love the name. And the other thing right out of the chute on the book, Bernie Perrant wrote the forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
pretty cool, pretty exciting. Last but not least, on the Flyer front, there's a documentary coming out on Pelle Lindbergh. If you go on to Kim Perrant's recent post, the gentleman who did the documentary is interviewing her, and she highlights, the documentary, and there's 3 people interviewed. The last person is Bernie Perrant, and he talks about Pelle, being dead, and I will, his words, they're not exact. I will see you one day. And I just got crazy but you can go on and you can see the the whole thing. So it kind of gave me, goosebumps, kind of made me a little crazy. So, that's hockey. So hopefully the Flyers can keep it going. We certainly do talk a lot about the Broad Street Bullies, because we had 2 of them last week for our event over at Buffalo Wild Wings. That went extremely well.
Speaking of books, have you heard about the one just called Bullies, I think, that's coming out?
Yeah, Sam Carducci. Yeah.
Hey, Carducci.
Yeah, Sam Carducci. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been highlighting a lot on social media, like a different page of players and stuff. So yeah, there's another one. So
okay.
So yeah. Hey, there's Sue Henderson watching. She jumped in.
Yeah, I asked her if she found it. She said she was looking for it a while ago, and then I asked her if she found it, and I didn't get an answer. So
yeah, I'm following on the YouTube page. I don't know where she found it, but I just saw she popped up. So
okay.
So we probably covered everything except the hottest Philly sports subject of the day, of the week, of the season. Any of you guys want to take a guess at what we're going to talk about?
Did you expect that?
Well, I was going to guess. Was it A.J. Brown being hurt?
No.
He missed practice today.
Yeah, with the hamstring. Oh, that's not what you're talking about?
No, I was talking about 55.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, Brandon Graham coming back out of retirement. I don't know. You hear all this talk, that they tried to keep him around, and I don't know. Did they want him? They didn't want him. Well, they got him now. So
yeah,
they got him now. What's your guys' thoughts?
I don't. Well, the first thing I said was, "Why the hell would you want to do that? You went out on top." But then, as you sit back, you probably realize he feels like he could still do it, and he probably can get paid a lot of money and not have to play for as a full year. And
his kids are also a little bit older.
Yeah,
I think that has a lot to do with it. I think that has a lot to do with why Jason Kelsey also retired, is because he has very, very young kids, whereas Brandon Graham's are older. They're in, middle school.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they're older because a lot of the kids that come through for the signings are kids that go to their school, and they see him in drop off and all that kind of stuff. So they're older kids.
Okay.
Which I think also has a lot to do with why Bryce Harper's priorities seem to have shifted, but that's a topic for another day. I don't know. I just thought he went out on top, like Anthony said. He'd won 2 Super Bowls. It seemed like the world was his oyster. And he had all these endorsement deals. I mean, every other commercial BG was in. He starts an alcoholic iced tea company.
It's in the First Trust Bank.
He's everywhere.
Rookie tea.
And then, I'm going to go back and play football. I didn't see that coming at all.
I think sometimes when you're like, I don't want to say bored, but when you're so recent out of it and you still got it in your blood, I think he said, you know what, let me go one more time. Now I'm different. I definitely wouldn't have done that. I would have went out on top and made some money on endorsements. It's a lot easier on your body. But
I think he's doing both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I don't know. More power to him. He's got some work to do with the team he's got too, so we'll see.
Yeah, I kind of thought that it would happen earlier, like when he first with the beginning of the year, because just the way he was talking at the retirement speech, you could just see it was still in him to play. But then once he actually did retire and got all these endorsements and he's on all the commercials and doing all the different things, he's kind of laid back a little bit, and not that he was ever going to get soft or whatever, because he was still working out, but it's a different working out that for playing the actual game. So I hope him all the best. I think it's going to give the team a boost. They desperately need it, and
just from a morale standpoint, John.
Well, morale standpoint, but I think also a leadership, more aspect as well, because that defense doesn't really have a leader. I mean, that much, because there are a lot of young guys. I mean, Zach Bond, is here for a second year, so it's a little bit hard,
right,
for him to be like. I mean, he's probably the next leader on the team, but
okay,
it's really his second year as a starter as well, even though being here, and he hasn't been a starter previous to that. So
you got to think Vic Fangio's happy.
Well, yeah, I mean, as happy as he could be, because he was like, well, we'll see how he is, and with this,
he downplayed it. He definitely downplayed it.
Well, he's not really an emotional guy, so that doesn't surprise me. Based on the limited time we've spent with him, that doesn't surprise me to kind of get a very lackadaisical answer.
Right.
But just to get an experienced veteran who's not afraid to, tell you how it is. Apparently, he does a lot of trash talking out on the field. So to have a guy, back in the locker room like that's gotta help out.
Oh yeah, he was already trash talking today on the practice with Mailata, telling him he's breathing too heavy. He's got to get better ready.
I saw on Twitter that he's gonna probably be ready for Sunday.
Well, yeah, but I think because of the injuries that they've been getting, I think you're going to see him at least on Sunday, whether he plays a lot or not. Because it was more. They expected him more on Monday night against the Packers.
Maybe third down situations.
Exactly.
That kind of thing. But Kelly Green against the Giants.
Is that game home or away?
It's here.
It's here.
Okay.
In revenge.
Yep. It's a revenge game.
Nice.
Yeah. Should be interesting. All right. Let's keep it rolling. Are you guys finished? Because I don't want to, you guys are bringing it tonight. You guys got a lot of input, especially you, Anthony. This is probably your best show.
Wow.
Listen, I get
if
you just wind him up enough and you press the right baseball buttons,
definitely. And I try to bring that out every week, but sometimes he's too sleepy.
Well, he gets really fired up about baseball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I think we're going to be talking a lot about it, but let's keep it moving. I think it's John's time. He
sent a message about this rant.
Yeah,
so I'm excited.
he's been building building this rant up for a while now. So he better not disappoint.
Oh no, I got notes and everything too.
Notes and everything.
Oh,
All right. Grab your popcorn, people.
I got notes. I forgot my popcorn thing, so I'm sorry for the display out here because everybody needed their popcorn because this one's gonna be a good one. And this, I got our last chance to rip this gentleman.
Poor James Franklin.
But he goes on kickoff, for the
college game day.
College game day,
ESPN.
On ESPN there, and he's got a powder puff, little segment, with everybody, trying to kiss his ass, up when he's up there. Oh, I'm not. 2 weeks ago they were saying the guy can't win a game. And then when he's there in front of them, I don't know how they let you go. You were doing so great, and blah blah blah. And then he's crying. Since I've been there for 12 years, we've really made this program great. Well, guess what? Hey, Jimmy, come here. Let me tell you something. Smack you up the head. Here you go. The reason you're fired is because you suck. You completely suck. You're there for 12 years. Your bowl games, you're 6-5 in bowl games. Woohoo! Let's make a statue for you. You're 4-21 against top teams.
Oof.
You suck. You're 15-28 in the top 20 teams. You suck. You're 1-10 against Ohio State. You suck. You're 3-7 against Michigan. You suck. You can't win. That's the reason why you're fired. You can't win in the Big Ten. Oh wait, Johnny. I won a Big Ten championship in 2016. Oh, yeah, that's right. Your third season. You lost to Michigan 49-10 that year. And luckily it was a tiebreaker situation that you won because you beat Ohio State for the first year, one time beating Ohio State 24-21 in a lucky game. So, and then because of that, Michigan lost to Ohio State. So it became tiebreaker situations and you won. You suck. I have a 104 and 45 record overall. Well, you played Bowling Green, you played Temple, you played Villanova. You suck. You're playing AAA teams, Division III teams. That's the only reason why you have this great record.
Are his balls on the table?
Oh no, they've been chopped off and thrown through the shredder before.
They're gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah, I mean. You can't win the big games. That's why you're not there.
Does he get another job?
No, I mean he probably will because they say he's a good recruiter. But what guys are making great impacts in the NFL. You got Michael Parsons. Who's his biggest one on defense. But you get Drew Aller as your quarterback to come in.
No love for Saquon.
Well, Saquon wasn't his guy, was it?
Yeah.
Was Saquon? Okay, and Saquon he gets a couple running backs, but he gets Drew Aller as a quarterback, and they don't let him throw because they don't get wide receivers for him to throw.
Then they get the kid's ankle busted.
Right. So yeah, it's just you can't win. You can't win your games in your division, and that's why you're fired. You've been there for
Johnny,
12 years.
Top 5. That was top 5. You've had
that might have been his best one.
No, he's had better.
No, I
like when he gets up out of the seat and starts sweating.
Oh yeah, but
if you watch that Saquon documentary on Amazon, James Franklin is in it.
Yeah, now that you mentioned, I do remember him talking about because Franklin, spoke out last year about Barkley, going to the Eagles, and they kind of had tampering situations going on because the guy's got a loud mouth. Another reason why he should be fired.
Well, the funny part is, in that documentary, you find out that Franklin is kind of the reason he agreed to stay with the Giants after they franchise tagged him.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the whole documentary.
Yeah, so after they franchise tagged him, I guess he wanted to bail out and say, I'm not staying. I'm not doing this. And I guess he called James Franklin for advice. And James Franklin said, that's not the Saquon I know. And that's why he stayed with the Giants that year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Another
Hey,
reason he got bad advice.
Quick comment from Mrs. H. She's a little bit confused, but she found the show. It's not too late to give us your show us some Bryce love. Joe Stinger, how about that? The rant of the year.
There you go. Thank you.
I thought it was good. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Good job, Johnny.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You'll be able to sleep tonight now that you got that off your chest?
I don't know. I'm pretty pumped up right at the moment, so I don't know. I might be sleeping about midnight or so before I can come off of this high of this rant.
Well,
but,
you contributed to getting them fired. That's for damn sure. I had to put up with you every Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
He refused to put the Penn State games on because he couldn't watch them.
No, I mean, Nick Saban sitting there last week, when they were, or 2 weeks ago when they were up at State College, wearing an Indy Lions sweatshirt because he wanted to steal his job, and then last week he's like, oh, I don't know why they let you go, because you're making this program so good. No, you had a top 2 ranking this year, and in 5 weeks you're not even anywhere to be seen. Yeah, it's just
They stink.
Yeah, he sucks.
Oh, Jeremy.
All right. We certainly aren't. We are this week.
We are. we are fired. We are gone. See you, Franklin. Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
All right.
Okay.
Lauren, you're up.
All right. We're going to
follow
go in a complete opposite direction. But next Friday's Halloween. So, what was your favorite costume as a kid for Halloween growing up? What did you dress up as a kid? That was your favorite costume. Were you a scary, did you like being scary characters? Did you like being funny ones?
I was a Rubik's Cube.
Sweet.
Ooh, did you make it or did you buy it?
No, we made it.
Nice.
Wow.
Is there a photo of that? Oh, I thought Joe Stinger was telling me that he was a bum one year. I think he's saying that James Franklin is a bum.
No, I think it was something.
I thought Joe Stinger was a bum one year for Halloween.
I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He probably is talking about that. Yeah,
It can go both ways, I guess.
but there probably is a picture somewhere about it. But
Oh, that would be good.
yeah,
You'll have to ask Jen because he won't remember.
You don't remember? Did you go out trick-or-treating?
Yep.
And you didn't wear a costume?
I did, but I never made anything. I just bought some. But
Yeah, but what were you? Was there any one that stuck out to you?
doesn't seem to be.
Wow, apparently.
I mean, then the ones that you bought. I mean, that was more the Rubik's Cube because you made it, but then you had the ones where you were like Spider-Man or whatever that you bought the costumes for and stuff.
Right.
Like that. That was fun with the making it.
How old were you?
I was back in my third or fourth grade, probably.
Oh, wow.
Because it was our old house back in Morel Park when we lived in the city. So yeah, it was probably, I left there in 6th grade. So, in that between 5th, 6th grade, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dad?
A sports guy, a baseball player, a football player, grab a helmet, some eye black,
Mm-hmm.
Something along those, nothing, it wasn't a big holiday for me. I didn't really, and I had every opportunity because I lived in the city. So all you had to do, I mean, you didn't have to go very far to get 100 houses.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, went out with my friends, grabbed a pillowcase, that was my bag, threw some eye black on, nothing crazy.
Is it because you were too cool for school? Is that the problem? Because Nana is like the arts and craft queen.
It was a different time period. It's a different time. Like even for like with me, like your dad was saying, you would throw on like your baseball uniform or your football uniform or whatever, and use that as a costume back in the day. Or you got a cardboard box and you cut a hole in it to make the Rubik's Cube or whatever, type of thing. Like
yeah,
it was just It was a different time, and now, I mean, kids got, they can be whoever the hell they want to be right now. You go to the costume store and just pick out who you want to be. There was no costume.
I could name you 10 right off the bat without even thinking when I was a kid. I never just threw on anything I had.
All right.
Yeah, but again, it was a generation.
All right.
What were the 10?
I was Wilma Flintstone one year. I was Miss America. I was an M&M. I think the M&M might have been my favorite one. I was one of those, do they have a name with the pink poodle skirts? Like from Greece?
Like a 50s person.
Yeah. What were they called? There is a name. There is a name for those.
I was Simba from The Lion King. I mean, I don't know.
Whatever was hot.
I guess I will say one year I might have been a Phillies player.
There you go. She's alive. Lion King.
Yeah.
Sign her up.
Yeah, that's when I was at Aunt Jane's house is the picture. But yeah, Dad, I would have thought Nana would have whittled you something.
Yeah, that was a different Nana back then.
She wasn't as crafty?
I don't think so.
Huh.
I don't think so.
Wow.
I don't recall that.
Yeah, but it was also the time period. I mean, it was just the way everything was.
You're talking about gosh, late 60s.
And nothing? You can't think of one costume.
I mean, I was the crypt keeper from Tales from the Crypt.
So you like scary stuff? No, that sounds scary.
No, I just like that guy.
I don't like anything scary.
He wasn't scary. He was just like an old sack of bones.
If I saw a house have one of those people sitting outside of it but not moving, and when you went up to get the candy and they moved, I'd skip the house. I'm not scary. I'm not a scary. I don't like being scared. There was a house in the neighborhood you got to walk through. No, that's not it.
No,
thank you. A lousy Kit Kat for that? No, I'm good.
Yeah, but was it a full Kit Kat? Was it a big bar?
So, you know what I will say? This is only our second, well, this will be our third Halloween in this house. Kids don't like trick or treat anymore. I think it's easier to just buy a bag of candy on Amazon and sit at home.
Yeah, it's a lot of work and kids are lazy.
The way our neighborhood is set up, these houses are pretty close together. I mean, you said, Dad, you could get 100, pretty quickly. Now, there are hills that are a pain. But, I mean, they're not, few and far between. And the first year we were in this house, we had just bought it and we wanted to be neighborly, put the light on, have candy, do the whole thing. I think we saw like 5 kids.
Yep.
I couldn't believe it. Last year, we at least saw probably like 50 kids, which I don't know what caused that huge spike. So we'll see what happens this year. But I feel like kids don't go out anymore.
Nah, they want to stay home.
What are you giving out? Maybe, maybe the destination isn't very good.
Maybe wow. So you think there's like rumor on the street about 350?
100%. 100%.
If you gave out the big Hershey bars, then they'd be all over you.
Oh God, back 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Change the mask around.
Change the mask around. Go home. Get their baseball uniform.
It's like $80 for a bag of candy anymore. No chance.
Can you buy like a bag? It's got like 240 pieces in it or something random, and they're these little like itty bitty, and it's like $27. Well, I don't like the kids in the neighborhood that much.
Well, there you go. Well, that's why they're not coming around. But again, it's a generational thing because now, ever since COVID, all they're doing is these, tailgates. Trunk or treats, yeah.
Yeah. Our neighbor with the yappy dog to the other side of us here, the first year we were in this house and I turned the light on Halloween, he goes, if you keep the light on, the kids are going to come. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's what I'm going for.
That's the goal.
And he immediately turned his light off and went inside.
He turned the light off and left the dog outside.
Yeah, just so the dog could bark the entire night as kids are going by.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, it's a different.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, you guys really disappointed me in your answers. John's was the best one.
Yeah, that was good.
We need a photo, John.
Yeah, I'll have to try to find it.
That's a good one. Yeah, John, you're the you're the star of the show tonight. So you get to put the helmet on.
My mom's probably watching, so she'll be up all night trying to find the photo albums to go.
There you go. All right.
That's what we need.
She won't be able to sleep tonight. She'll be searching around trying to find the photo.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. O'Brien. All right. Great conversation. Great topic, Lauren. John, the rant was good. You brought it. I think you've been working on that for a few years now. So
no, it was just
you were just waiting to bury him.
Right. Well, it was just, that wasn't even so much that. It was just, if he would have just came on and been like, hey, thanks for Penn State, because he was like, oh, I wanted to win a championship here, so now I'm going to have to go win a championship somewhere else. No, you're not, because you suck. I mean, unless you're going to go to, he couldn't even win in high school. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But
all right.
Just be grateful. You're going home collecting $50 million. Just say thanks, Penn State, for giving me the opportunity and move on. I'll keep cashing those $50 million checks.
All right.
But
what are you looking for?
What is Joe Stinger asking?
What was the worst time thing
think
you
he
got?
What's the worst kind of candy you got?
Probably.
Oh, the worst candy was by far when you went to a house that had like little bags of pretzels.
No, those are good.
No.
the apple with the razor blade in them.
Oh God!
You got an apple with a razor blade in it?
Well, we had to watch back then. Like I never did, but they always said it was like a
No one.
I know. My mother was a lunatic. When I came home, I'd have to dump my candy out so she could look at all of them as if.
Oh yeah.
And she never found one. She's still a lunatic, but she never found one.
Yeah, we always did. You would always have to.
He's on the show,
That's fine. She knows.
She hadn't told her yet before.
Yeah, I've told her.
We're trying to counsel her and get her out of this funk, and you're telling her she's a lunatic.
Wow.
Oh boy.
The worst is when someone gave you some Werthers because they forgot, or they gave you, we lived near like all these apple orchards, so like families would give you apples.
Well, I was just going to say apples are the worst.
No razor blades, just crappy apples. I don't want that.
Speaking of apples, I've been on the candy apple kick. We got a 3-pack, and I think I ate 2 of them already.
What's on them?
Caramel and nuts.
Yeah.
Do you refrigerate them?
Yes. Awesome.
Joe Stinger, you didn't like popcorn balls? I can't imagine that was too good.
They're terrible, popcorn balls. I forgot about them.
No, but I will say I really only liked chocolate candy. I'm not picking any Mike and Ike's or Twizzlers or Dots or anything like that.
Sometimes someone would make like homemade candy. And my mom would never let me have it because even if it looked good, she's like, I don't know these people. You're not getting that candy.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm giving out Pokemon and football packs this year. So
Sweet.
I'm gonna be the man. So,
Don't you get like 2 kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just so everybody knows, I got a text message from my mom. She was watching. She said she's on it. She's looking for the photo.
I'm so excited for this.
We want to see it. We want to see it next week.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, all right. What up? We got Big Fred Johnson coming to the store Friday night.
6'7", all 6 foot
6'7". I don't know how we're getting him through the door.
Yeah.
Big man.
Is he bigger than Jordan Mailata?
I think so.
I think not by much, but I think an inch or two probably. Yeah, because I don't think Mailata was 6'7".
Looks like he's got a lot of personality, so it should be a fun night Friday night at the store.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it. Adding another Super Bowl champ. Don't forget your helmet, Lauren.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
What else?
The documentary for the if you get a chance, I haven't watched. It just came out yesterday for the Montreal Expos is on Netflix. Just came out yesterday. The trailer looks pretty damn good. All the reasons why they left, all conspiracy theories. What was it? What the hell's the guy's name that was the owner? I want to say Jeffrey Lurie. That's not his name, but it's something like that.
It's very similar.
Yeah, he took them, and oh man, it's a shame because they were doing so well until that strike happened. It looks like it's very, very. It's got Pedro in it. It's got all the coaches. It looks very good.
That great photo of Vladdy as a kid with his
photo.
That is that's special.
Yep.
So that's out. The Clemente one came out already, but it's very difficult to find where they have it now. So I'm still looking for that. But if you see that come up, that's a very good
The
watch.
Saquon one is good too.
All right.
Yeah, I seen the very ending of it.
And that's on Netflix, you said?
Saquon's on Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Sorry, Amazon. Okay.
And if you're a music person, the Bruce Springsteen music biopic comes out this weekend.
That was that the movie? Is it the same thing?
Yeah, that's the movie. Yep.
Yeah, that thing that looked good. That actor really looked good for him. He's been in a lot of different shows, but Bruce, they had a thing with Bruce Springsteen, and he was like, he's the only guy I thought of, for somebody who had to be him, and he looked like he did a really good job with it. But and then we got Brandon Graham on November 8th.
Yep.
Yep. So we'll either be able to wish him good luck for Monday night against the Packers, or be telling him how great he was on Sunday against the Giants. When we get to see him again.
Should be fun. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah,
good guy.
For sure. Yeah.
All right. Before we end it, we all good? Anthony, you got any more baseball talk that we should keep an eye out for?
No, I have nothing. I don't have anything. The Dodgers win, you'll hear me have my own rant, but that's about it.
All right.
Well, that's what I was just going to ask you. Who wins the World Series?
The Dodgers. I hope that they win. I mean, I really don't hope they win, but I hope that they win just so that maybe something's done. But with those two teams, and I don't know if that it really matters. I mean, obviously, you'd like to watch everyone's rooting for the Blue Jays.
How about our boy Buddy Kennedy? He gets a ring either way because he played for both teams.
That's cool.
He gets a World Series ring. A note that I came across, I would have never thought this, that Don Mattingly has the opportunity to win his first World Series. This is his first. I don't know how many years he's in baseball. 45. I just made that number up.
It's pretty close. I mean, 80 what was it, 86 his rookie year? So I mean, early 80s.
Love to see the Blue Jays snatch it.
I was going to say, I do think the Blue Jays are going to give them a good run in this.
Shock the world.
Yeah,
shock the world.
I mean, just because again the same thing. The Dodgers have things lined up. Having the week off. But I think that might hopefully hurt some of their batters. But it gets their pitchers in line again. But this Toronto Blue Jays has got a little something special going right at the moment. And I think the world's going to realize how good Vladimir Guerrero is. If they haven't already seen how he has been through this postseason. Yeah, I think you're going to see him.
His rookie cards are red hot right now. So now's not the time to buy his rookie card.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So
another great Wednesday night. We good?
Yes. We
good?
Yep.
Everybody good? From Reading to Havertown to Glen Mills, all parts.
Yep.
All right, guys. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and we'll do this again next week.
Yep. Get better soon.
All right. Be well. Thank you.